Hello, welcome to Kevin's Corner, and this is where you can find real truth real quick. My name is Kevin Probst, and I'm coming to you on this 20th day of April in 2026 on a rather windy afternoon to share with you from the Gospel of John, chapter 7, where we find Jesus rejected by his own brothers, misunderstood by the crowds, and opposed by religious leaders, and yet he moved according to his Father's timing, not public pressure. The world will always debate and distract or attempt to silence Christ, but each person must ultimately decide whether he is a deceiver, a lunatic, or Lord. John 7:5, for even his brothers did not believe in him. For those of you who are Christian, but your families do not support you in your beliefs, please know that Christ can sympathize with you. His family rejected him and refused to believe in him. Jesus replied in verses 6 through 9, my time has not yet come, but your time is always ready. I am not yet going up to this feast, for my time has not yet fully come. And when he had said these things to them, he remained in Galilee. Now, sometimes we are convinced that it is God's will that we do something or go somewhere, but we fail to realize that timing is as important as the deed itself. And because Christ's time for trial and crucifixion had not yet come, he was careful to time his going to Jerusalem. It is difficult to wait patiently for God's timing. King David wrote in Psalm 27, wait on the Lord, be of good cheer, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Jesus told his followers, the world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify of it, that its works are evil. The world will never hate its own. Those who have rejected Christ and joined themselves with those who oppose him will be warmly welcomed into their company. However, followers of Christ are told to be the salt of the earth. And salt thrown into the wounded consciousness of the wicked is painful indeed. It stirs them to hatred. But when his brothers had gone up, then he also went up to the feast, not openly, but as it were in secret. And then the Jews sought him at the feast and said, where is he? When Jesus didn't arrive with his disciples and his brothers, the Jews were disappointed. Where is he? They asked. They wanted a show, bread and circuses, provisions, and entertainment. Well, Jesus finally did arrive in Jerusalem, but he chose his own time and he went his own way. He didn't want to arrive in a great display of fanfare. Rather, he arrived in secret. And there was much complaining among the people concerning him. Some said, he is good. And others said, no, on the contrary, he deceives the people. However, no one spoke openly of him for fear of the Jews. They argued about the authenticity of Christ's claims. Some thought he was legitimate. Others thought he was a deceiver, a shyster. And later, some would even claim that Jesus was possessed by a demon who was intent on killing him. These people struggled to decide whether Christ was good, evil, or just plain crazy. C.S. Lewis said that we must not say that Christ was simply good or simply a moral teacher. To do so would make Christ, in his words, either be a lunatic on the level with the man who says he is a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else a madman or something even worse. You can shut him out for a fool, you can spit at him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about his being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. He did not intend to. Those who were saying in verse 12 that Jesus is simply a good man had missed who he was entirely. However, no one spoke openly of him for fear of the Jews. The religious leaders who saw Christ as their competition attempted to suppress freedom of speech. They didn't want to allow anyone to speak of Jesus. Satan always attempts to suppress truthful words spoken. Consider the enormous number of distractions available to us today. Many give little, if any, thought at all to Christ and his wonderful plan of salvation and their eternal destiny because they are distracted by cell phones and Netflix and sporting events and life's trivial pursuits. You must pull away from all of the distractions and turn your eyes upon Jesus. Wait on the Lord, trust his timing, speak his name without shame. The question is not what the crowd says about Jesus. The question is, what will you say? In every generation, including our own, Jesus stands at the center of controversy. Some ignore him, some mock him, some try to silence him, but others fall at his feet and call him Lord. You cannot remain neutral. This same Christ who is debated in Jerusalem is the same Christ who stands before us today. Will you follow him when the world rejects him? Choose Christ, even in a hostile world, because in the end, he is not just a good man, not a deceiver, not a lunatic. He is Lord of all. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy day and allowing me to share with you from Kevin's Corner. Please help me share truth with others by liking and sharing this video. Also, please subscribe to Kevin's Corner on YouTube and Substack. And until next time, live bravely and